Hello, good evening, or good morning, or whatever it is time, whatever time it is for you. We're gonna let the ad play because I remember to put monetization on.
Oh.
I always forget during these things, but I remember, and so now everyone's watching an ad for the next like 5 seconds.
Oh,
and
great.
then they'll be here. See, yep, there they all are.
Wonderful.
Hello,
Hey, everybody.
welcome.
How's the ad?
We were talking about that on Sprints last weekend with Michelle, and I didn't realize why it would go for like it would be 0 people and then all of a sudden jump up. And they're like, yeah, it's an ad. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
That's interesting that it takes them away from your view time.
Well, it doesn't really take it away from the view time. It's just that they're like a little bit behind.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
So, anyways, welcome to Monday Night Sprints because
oh yeah, it's not the weekend.
It's not, unfortunately. I actually turned Do Not Disturb on Teams today because I had so much to do.
No, we didn't have work today.
See, Derek didn't either, but I got Friday off, not today. Which made last week really, really weird because I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It was weird.
That's nice.
But I had so much to do because it was like the beginning of the year, but also the beginning of just the month.
Right.
And my stuff always rolls over on the 1st. So I texted Derek. I was like, I have 43 things to do on my to-do list.
Just a few, eh?
Just a few.
Yeah. One for every hour of the next day and almost 2 days. Yeah.
I mean, some of them, because I break my tasks down because I'm neurospicy. I break the one project down into the 5 tasks that it takes to do the project.
Smart, though.
Right? Yeah. Because then I can feel more accomplished. But the reason why I need to do sprints is because I need to read this book and I don't want to.
I don't know anything about that.
It's one of the Spiffbo books.
Oh.
It's like a very classic fantasy, like pitted against one another, daughter of the deserter and the son of the king. So I'm not so much looking forward to it. So I think, and there's no audiobook because it's an indie book.
Okay.
So I'm like, I have to do this on Sprints.
Yeah.
But the vlog comes out on Monday. So and I haven't started it yet. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight?
I have 2 books going on right now. I have Oaths of Legacy by Emily Skrutsky. This is the second in it's the sequel to Bonds of Brass. The second in the Bloodright trilogy. It's like a gay space thing.
You reread that already. Like, you've already read 2 books. You're ahead of me. I haven't even finished the book yet.
They call me the Wizard of 2020.
You also didn't work today.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
We just said I had 43 things to do.
I lay in bed most of today and yesterday reading. So
I had family all day yesterday, and today I worked.
Yeah, no. I literally made Emma listen to my audiobook in the car ride home from my mom's yesterday. Like, it was, yeah.
I do only have like 60 pages left of this.
Ooh.
Which is really good.
Is it good?
It is surprisingly good because I haven't liked your other stuff.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll have to pick it up. And then I have The Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winters, the Rage of Dragons sequel.
Ooh.
Yeah, where they're like,
yeah. Nice.
Which I'm enjoying more than I thought I would because I read it for the ARS prompt book you're intimidated by.
Okay.
For Fearless. So I was like, this was the only book I didn't want to pick up for it. So I was like, yeah, that's probably the one to read.
Yeah.
It's such complicated world building and stuff that I'm like, yeah, it's not.
But I've heard really good things about that series.
It's very good. Yeah. But like, for example, the last 100 pages have been planning a battle.
Oh.
Not the battle, planning the battle.
Oh. So it's a Derek kind of book.
Yeah. Actually, I very much get the vibe that he would adore it. Yeah.
Well, see, here's the problem. I've given him so many books that it's like this is your brand. This is you in a book.
Mhm.
Has he read any of them?
No.
Is he playing video games right now? Yes.
Mhm. Sounds about right.
I was like, you know what you could do tonight? You could read with me. Like, nah. I'm like, that's fair. Whatever.
Alex like never reads. Like hardly ever. And then they're both sitting right here.
Yeah.
Emma is reading right now a book that I bought because Ro suggested it. Or said they were reading it and said it was good or something. It's just one of the gay books that Ro found.
Oh, okay.
And Emma knew it from TikTok, so Emma's just sitting there reading it.
Nice. Has Emma read Delilah yet?
No.
Emma, move the camera so I can talk to Emma. Read Delilah Green.
Okay, it is on my list for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
She trusts you more than me,
I
so
do.
Yeah. That's okay. That's because you didn't like the MILF book.
I wanted to kill the daughter.
It was annoying. Hello. I forgot that there were comments. I haven't ran sprints in so long. I've been on other people's channels, but I haven't run them in so long. What is your most anticipated read of 2023? That makes me make a decision.
You know, maybe there's a gay slasher that comes out in February, like on Valentine's Day. It's like I'm very much getting gay Scream vibes.
Ooh.
I told you about this. I told you. And Emma loves slasher movies, right? Like we've talked about this. And so I saw it, and it's the guy who co-wrote If This Gets Out with Sophie Gonzalez.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like, and it takes place in a fraternity.
Okay.
So I was kind of thinking like, because the whole concept is he lived through a slasher before, and now it's come back to like try to kill him again. So I'm like, that's like Scream, but gay. And I'm
gay.
So I think that is probably the first thing that comes to mind.
The 4th Lore Olympus comes out this year.
Mm-hmm.
That will also be a anticipated read.
Yeah, same.
I am gonna binge the Last Hours trilogy this month.
I'm
gonna read both books in 4 days.
I was gonna buddy read with you, but I don't think I can promise that kind of turnaround time.
Well, you don't have to do it that quickly, but I'm gonna start a series on I'm under like one a month where I will binge an entire series in like a week or a long weekend or something like that. Like I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do Shadow and Bone because that's the only way that I will read that whole trilogy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the Library of the Unwritten because I have all 3 of those books, but I have only read the first one. And what was the other one that I wanted to do? The Ruin of Kings, but that's not going to be a quick turnaround because
I feel like that's like really long.
Way too, yeah, and they're like really dense. But anyway, that's like the first. Oh, the Terra Sim, the Timekeeper and Chainkeeper.
Right.
Chainbreaker.
I'm kind of doing that with this. I'm reading them all in one vlog because I have all 3.
Right.
At which Julie is saying that she read 1 and forgot. I literally also did the same thing until I walked into Indigo and saw the other 2, and I was like, "Oh hey!" and bought them. So,
right.
Yeah.
Hello, Reading the Villas by Rachel Hawkins tonight. Let me know how that one is because I've heard good things.
I haven't heard of that one.
Also, hello, Julie. Hello, Neva. Hello, Sarah. 6 pages left of The Girl in the Tower, getting ready to pick up Winter of the Witch. That's the other one I could do is binge that trilogy.
The Catherine Arden ones?
Yeah. The Bear and the Nightingale.
Yeah. You could.
Can't wait. Yeah. Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez is amazing.
That's actually my least favorite of hers. All the other ones I've read, I've adored. And that one, I was kind of like, okay.
Which one is that?
That's the Grease retelling.
Okay. I think that might be the only one I haven't read.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but I fucking love Perfect on Paper and If This Gets Out. And I'm so excited for the reality show one. So.
Oh, yeah. And is that one adult?
New adult, like 18, 19, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But like two women go on a Bachelor type TV show to get revenge on an ex, and I think end up with each other. I know. Why can't that be the plot of next season? Like, honestly.
Okay, the fact that there hasn't been, like, you know, two contestants that fall for each other in the
something's being covered up. Something's being covered up. Yeah.
It has to be. And it's just happened. Like, it's probably happens that it's like, those are the two people that get sent home. Like,
right? I was watching Too Hot to Handle today with Emma, and I was thinking, this would be so much better with bisexuals. Like, yeah, it's entertaining with heteros, but think of how much more entertaining it would be with just chaos bi and pansexuals.
Well, the one that that The Bachelor does, Bachelor in Paradise or whatever.
Even if you buy women.
Huh?
There have been if you buy women.
Right, but like that one, so like, because The Bachelor or The Bachelorette is like one of one gender and the rest of the opposite. Bachelor in Paradise is an equal number of men and women.
So they can do whatever they want.
If you threw some bisexuals in there.
See, they do throw in there have been a few female or like AFAB bisexual people, and I could be wrong about this because I stopped watching a few seasons ago, but they've never ever put a queer man in ever. And I'm like, it's not fun if we're only doing bisexual
one of the Bachelors later came out as gay.
Colton, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, well, that wasn't it. So you can see why he's so awkward in his. He's like, please don't touch me.
Yeah. Yes. I read that one a couple of years ago.
I never read it.
You would hate it.
I got the strong vibe from it that I would. Yeah.
It's very YA.
And isn't it also like the older sister goes to help the younger sister or whatever? There's like a sister.
I honestly don't remember.
Well, I'm just over it. Stop helping your sisters. Let them flounder.
I don't remember.
They'll never stop needing help.
Reading The Mad Woman's Ball by Victoria Moss. I heard of this book. I can't read today. Heard of this book during Historian last November. Nice. Find the idea of putting outspoken women in asylums fascinating. That does sound fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Also, exactly what happened. Yeah.
I was going to say, and probably historically accurate.
Yeah. Do you know that you used to be able to tour asylums? Like you could be like, oh, like a nice family trip on a Sunday. Let's go check out the asylum, kids.
Ew.
Right?
Ew.
Yeah. That was like a good old American pastime. Like,
no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that all of Sophie's books are queer.
Yeah, they are. She's
like
awesome.
Like Perfect on Paper is straight passing relationship, but she's bisexual.
Yeah, and that was like the big thing on Twitter. Is they're like, how dare you write a queer character that ends up with a man? And she was like, because she's still bi.
Right. Well, like, honestly, I'm pretty sure that's the reason I picked up that book. Because I didn't love her. I had read a short story from her and didn't like love her writing. But I was like, oh, well, we are supporting bi characters. And, you know what I mean? Like, because like the author was very vocal about like calling the biphobia out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't care what this book is. I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna pay full
we're
price
we're gonna support Sophie.
Yeah, exactly. And then like
and all her premises are great. Even if I don't love the execution of all of them, they're all like good premises. And I'm like,
made my one of my best books of 2021.
It was so good.
Yeah. Which like YA books don't do. There is definitely not a YA book on my best.
And every time I try to pick up one that feels like it, I'm like, because I
just find teenagers very annoying.
That's how I feel about literally any human child. But teenagers are okay.
I just like, well, and it's not even like real teenagers, because like I've been hanging out with my nieces and nephews all week, and some of them are teenagers. They're not terrible, but like teenagers in books.
I always hate when authors
turned up to level
like
10.
Really well spoken and articulate, and I'm like, listen, I know myself. I was a very articulate 16-year-old or whatever. I still was fibbing half the time. Half the time I was using words I just learned to make myself sound good. No. You have to make it more messy.
Yeah, right. Okay, so which one are you going to be reading during this sprint?
Oh, I'm just going to be switching back and forth like the chaos.
That's right. That's a
gremlin that
thing
I
you
am.
do.
Yeah.
I have like 45 minutes left of this.
I say go for it. Finish it.
Yeah.
Get your one book of the year done.
There we go. So I'm gonna actually do a 50-minute timer because I don't know if it's exactly 45 minutes.
Smart.
And guess who forgot to put a timer up to begin with?
Margaret.
Me, but yeah, also probably Margaret. Okay, shall we read?
Let's do it.
Okay, I see you in 50 minutes. Hello.
Hi.
We have a Thor. What are you doing? I finished my book.
Good. What'd you rate it?
Like, probably a 4, but like a very low 4. Because the
Okay.
end, there was this really cheesy ending. Really, really cheesy. That like almost made it. I don't know. Hello.
I'm cooking, and when I like the pepper juice splashed right in my eyeball, and I was like, I do not want this to happen with onions. I'm scared.
No, I do not cut onions in my house. Derek does that.
That's why I wear these.
Apparently, if you put a wet paper towel on the cutting board next to the onions, then you won't tear up. It works a little bit, but not really well.
I don't like cooking, so I've just done it this way for like 2 years.
That works. How'd you do, Cal?
I read 2 chapters of Evan Winter and 2.5 chapters of Gay Space Adventure.
How are we liking it?
Good. So it's interesting because the first book is told in the one character's perspective, and now this one's told in the other one's perspective. And I'm like, you know what would be great? Switching perspective.
Dual POV. What concept?
You know?
What
so
concept?
it's, yeah, like, you know, we could be getting a lot more character depth if we just didn't do this.
What a
But,
concept.
yeah.
We had a couple people join us. Hello, Michelle. Back from dinner, going to finish Blood Sisters by Jane Corey tonight. So close to finishing. Yay! We're all finishing our goals today. Made it to 49% of the villa. How are you liking it? Hello, Ro. We were talking about you earlier. In all the best ways possible. Emma is apparently reading a book.
Yeah, Emma, I bought this. Emma's reading it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sarah finished The Girl in the Tower, updated my series chapter, got 58 pages into The Winter of the Witch. That's fantastic. Started Vengeful.
I found this on the web.
My watch is talking to me. Started Vengeful and got to 10%. Is this the V Schwab one? Search reading sprints on YouTube. Found this one live. Welcome. Reading Game of Thrones, book 1 for a book challenge I'm doing. Fantastic. That is a big book.
Amazing discipline there.
That is, I read the first one, but I never continued on. Reading at Midnight, edited by Dahlia Adler. I want to read this one. This is like one of the few 2022 like anticipated releases that I didn't get to. It came out in December, I think.
That's fucking cool.
But there's so many good authors in there.
Is it so? It's all gay retellings.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think most of them are queer. They're I think. Loving the Villa. Oh, good. Has a great true crime vibes. I'm looking forward to Alex London and Rebecca Potos' story. Yeah.
Search is temporarily unavailable. Use this time to read a book. Fuck you, Goodreads.
Is that what Goodreads just told you?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm trying.
Like literally also reading books, okay? So it's calm down.
Calm yourself, Goodreads.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's Game of Thrones is a big book. And it's a big series, so it's just daunting in so many ways. It is Vicious. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I did not like this one as much as Vicious. Vicious was a 5-star read for me, but Vengeful, I think I ended up giving it 4 stars. The ending is really good, but it took a while to like pick up the pace.
Yes.
Which was weird because the first book ended on such a cliffhanger.
And I almost feel like the villain shouldn't have been a villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of like, you know what? I would have been okay with you like joining the crew.
Right? And then like it ends in such a way that like it's not a duology, like there should be a third book, but it's so far down on her list of books to write. I'm like, are we ever gonna get it? Goodreads with the attitude and the sass. It's true. It's true. How do we feel about the 2023 color for Goodreads?
I love it.
Oh,
I wanted it to be because they showed 3 colors, like the green, the orange, and the blue, and I really wanted it to be the green.
It wasn't gonna be the orange, right? Because like,
well, yeah, it wasn't gonna be the orange because
Yeah.
that's too close to this year's. But like, I thought because they did a blue in like 2019, and they haven't done a green in really long time.
Yeah, it's kind of a calming blue for me.
It
Like for
is.
me, I'd rather see that than orange on my screen any day, but green would have also been great.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
but that-
like orange, so
You don't?
I do not. I hate.
I'm not a fan of it either.
I hate it.
I
personally.
like the rust color, like the brownish orange, but not like in your face safety orange.
I'm like a salmon person, or like a
Like the
peach
color that's on the color that's on your sweater, that like not the brown, but the one below it. That is
It's
a nice.
actually pink.
Oh, now I see it.
I get what
It
you're
looked
saying.
orange.
It was close. It was trying.
It was dry. Yeah. See, I wanted it to be green. Maybe next year.
They should do like upland hunting camo one year. That should be their color.
I did like the Pantone color of the year.
Pantone color of the year.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, did you know
magenta.
That's well, yeah, but it's like a soft.
Ooh,
It's not like highlighter magenta.
it's pretty.
I know, right?
Oh, I should get collars made in that color.
There you go. Cassie would look good in that color.
She would.
Granted, golden retrievers look good in any color,
They do.
except for like
It's-
yellow or orange.
Yeah. Oh no, orange they look good in like when it's the bright hunting orange, but
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
like
true.
not like a gentle coral so much as your dogs
Yeah.
do. But
we will
yeah.
leave the yellow for Schmidt.
Yes, yellow is a black dog color for sure.
Schmidt looks so good in yellow.
I also think like a really vibrant purple looks better on a black dog.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think golden retrievers can carry everything.
Purple has been retired in our group because that was Zephyr's color. Macklemore did a Nutcracker inspired one. Darcy Little Badger did a coyote spin on Puss in Boots. Ooh.
Well, Ro, here's just been the history of my life is that if you're reading it and you're saying it's good, I'll just go buy it.
I'll just go buy it. It's fair.
You know,
Right.
it's like pretty reasonably priced for a 500-page book. So
That's not
Yeah.
And the cover is really pretty. We were talking about the Goodreads color, like on the reading challenge. It'll like on the homepage, it'll say like your reading challenge for the year. And if you go to past challenges, it says it has all the different colors from all the past years. And right before New Year's, Goodreads put something out. I think it was on Instagram that was like, which color is it going to be? And there was 3 different ones. An orange, which we knew it wasn't going to be because 2022 was orange. And then there's like Kelly green color and then the bluish color that it is.
I like blue.
It is pretty, but I was just like, I thought I was maybe in my green year.
I get that. I can see that. Yeah, I'm also just not mad looking at that every day.
This is true though. Yeah.
Like I also didn't mind the orange, but like orange does like some days you're just like, okay, I get it. Like you're fucking
Yes.
right.
Especially when you're behind on your goal.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I was for very long. at
No,
all.
I don't think I was as much last year, but the year before 2 years before, I was quite behind. So
Yeah. Like maybe like in February. But
Yeah.
because I read so much in April, even though I didn't read much in May because of the wedding, I wasn't behind.
Right.
So it's kind of like a tealish, bluish color.
To me, it looks more purpley blue than
Is
pea
it?
blue. But
I don't know.
I don't know.
Flora, what are you doing tonight?
I am making soup right now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. I still need to make some dinner.
Calvin's going to get me and Soren McDonald's, and I'm making him soup, and I'm kind of messing up here because I don't know where the Cajun seasoning is.
The great thing about soup is you can just throw whatever in, and probably it will be
That is
good.
true. That is
We did a soup potluck for New Year's, and it was super New Year, and so everybody just brought different soups, and it was lots of fun. But it was super New Year.
I'm pretty sure that I got some. And the thing is that when my mom has OCD undiagnosed, and so when she organizes things or cleans anything, she puts it somewhere and I can't find it. And she does this every single time. So every time she comes over, she washes my dishes and she puts them away, and sometimes she doesn't put things back where they should, or she thinks she puts somewhere that they think they should be.
Oh no. She's
And my
trying to be
entire
helpful.
universe, I spend the entire weekend looking for what was right here, but is actually somewhere completely different, lost in Narnia, don't know where it's at. And then she comes to my house, I'm like, where did you put blah, blah, blah? And she's like, oh, I put it over there because you put blah, blah, blah in there, and that's close to this thing. And I was like, no, Mom, it has to be out. I have to be able to see with my eyeballs. So we're just doing fine over here.
Yeah, everything's under control. You know where everything in your possession is.
Just so you know, there's a transphobia warning for the Cinderella-inspired story.
No. Okay, well.
Also, now soup sounds very good. That's fair.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna read this book. I texted Cassidy because I know she's reading this right now too. And I was like, hey, you want to join sprints? Because I'm avoiding reading this book. She was busy, but I was like, dang it. Let me just this 521 pages. And look at this font.
Oh boy.
Wow.
At least it's not the bright white pages that a lot of indie books.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And it's a pretty floppy book. So that's exciting.
Floppy is fun.
It's not like super floppy, but it's floppy enough. But like this book, I don't want to read it. Watch it.
Why are you reading it?
Huh?
Why are you reading it?
It's for the SPFBO thing that I'm doing. So not only
makes herself read a bunch of books she never wants to read. It's kind of her.
just this one and there was only one other one besides this that I
You're basically a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, have you met me?
Yeah, I know. I'd be like, nope. Like,
Not only that, I asked to do this. It wasn't even someone asked me.
you make up these challenges and you're like, I'm gonna read the 10 worst romances ever selected by the most white hetero people. And
Okay,
like,
so Goodreads just came out with these are our anticipated romances of 2023. And I'm going through it and I'm like, should I do this? No. Actually, God, no.
yeah.
There are a few on there that I'm like, I do not. I couldn't pay me to read it.
Like Goodreads, we can agree on Emily Henry, and that's about it.
Actually, no, we can't.
No, you don't like her already?
No, I hated
Really?
her flowers. I hated that book.
Oh, God, Jesus
It was so boring.
I liked it a lot.
No.
Yeah, me too.
It's also not a romance.
No, I'll give you
I
that.
liked People We Meet on Vacation.
So why
That's
is
all I've
it
read.
most anticipated romance?
See, I agree with Thor. I like People We Meet on Vacation too. It's so good.
I haven't read that one yet.
It's really good.
I don't own that one. I accidentally sold it.
Whoops.
Well, I was in like a book of the month Facebook group and I just took a picture of a bunch of them that I thought I was like, oh, I'm going to sell all of these. Not realizing that one was in the pile. And then someone commented like, I'd like to buy this one. And I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, I'll just get another one later.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, I don't like the romances being in hardcover anyway.
Fair.
Because I don't have a
Okay.
shelf for those because my romances are in my like rainbow shelf and it's paperback size.
I am looking at this list.
Listen, I feel like Emily Henry is a very good author, but she's mismarketed
I'll give you that too.
because like
They're more like lit fic.
they are. Well, and so I was actually listening to a live show and it was actually Kara from the Wild Book Garden that said something and she said Emily Henry is romance for people that don't read romance.
Yeah, like it's no smut. Like the
Right.
tropes
Well, like
aren't
very little
super-
smut. It's very like it has a very lit fic feel. There's a lot of like other things going on with the story.
Yeah.
And so it's for the people that read general fiction.
Mhm.
But the problem is it's being marketed. Why is there somebody parked outside my house? Sorry, I got distracted. It's marketed for people like for romance readers, but it's not really romance. But I'm glad that there are some people here that did not like book lovers.
I liked it. I don't know what to say.
I'm so glad you did. It's not gonna end up on my worst books of the year or whatever. But
Yeah, it's not bad. Like it's not.
no, like I think I gave it 3 stars.
I'll
It
agree
was-
that it's mismarketed though. I feel like the first one was pretty romance tropey, and then the second two like were more. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really have a desire to read Beach Read just because it's not tropes that I'm interested in. And like I heard it's so like serious. But
It is. They're all serious. All of them. Yeah.
the reason, like honestly, the reason I didn't like book lovers, and this is why I'm a little bit confused as to why you liked it so much. We were just talking about why are you saving your sister? Let her do stupid things.
Oh yeah. Well, the sister wasn't doing stupid things. She was like, I mean, okay, she had like a lot of kids, and that's just too many for me. Like,
Well, see, my thing was is I didn't think that the sister did need to be saved. I think she was fine on her own.
I agree.
And,
But that's what she
like
needs to
the
learn.
main character was like butting into her life.
For me, it's more like, okay, because I feel like Nora needed to go through that journey. For me, it's when it's like a well-meaning sibling trying to save their like piece of shit sibling. I'm like, stop. Let them be the piece of trash that they are. Whereas she just needed to learn. It was like, hey, listen, yeah, your sister has had too many children for the amount of money she has, but she's living her life. Like she's happy. So let her be happy and covered in sticky children stuff.
Julie, this looks like a video.
Yes.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
I
is
could have
content.
had a similar idea, but it doesn't involve Emily Henry.
Everything is content.
Do tell.
I'm not gonna tell right now.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you in the comments.
All right. Well, maybe
It's a
Maybe
secret
private
project. Cal
Yeah,
doesn't understand
secret
secret projects.
Cal doesn't understand secrets.
Cal is like, I'm doing a vlog for every single Taylor Swift album, and it's gonna take me until May.
I am.
No secrets at all.
If I buy you something, I'll tell you the day I buy it. You'll be like, my birthday's 7 months from now. I'll be like, yes. I don't know.
Okay, it's in the personal.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that too.
Emily Henry YA is what I'm interested. I hope she writes YA again someday. I read A Million Junes. Is that the one? And that was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. But I didn't read her sci-fi one.
I didn't realize she had sci-fi.
Yeah, it's called like When the Sky Fell on Splendor or something like that. Somebody told me I had like Stranger Things vibes, but then not really.
Which could mean literally anything.
Like,
it's just vaguely creepy. Stranger Things vibes.
yeah, exactly. Hi, Paige. Welcome. It's your most anticipated book of the year, so 100% you should.
Wow.
Also, it's 1,001 pages or something like that, and it might take you 3 months. It's gonna take me 3 months. It's on my shelf, taking up a very large chunk of my shelf.
Speaking of shelves, I slightly unhauled like a bunch of books today.
I saw that on Instagram. It must feel so nice.
And we're being honest, I did not read those 2 books, the duology. I read the last 20 pages. So, but I'm counting it.
There you go. I filmed my unread my owned TBR video this weekend.
Ooh.
It took me like 2 hours to film. And it was 250 plus books.
Oh my fucking god.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
I own 250 something books that I haven't read
Me
yet.
too.
You guys are wild.
I have the shelf space for it.
You don't live with Alex. Oh
Like,
my
look,
god.
like, okay, I actually still have empty shelves.
I don't.
Wow.
All of mine, I would if I didn't put like my art stuff there, but like
That's
I
fair.
like to be able to grab things like right next to me or whatever.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So otherwise I think I would have room on my shelves.
Yeah.
I'm just going through all the lists of upcoming sci-fi and fantasy books in this year and just clicking on and want to read on anything that says LGBT in the tags. I'm like, yes.
Nice.
It's like there's a remote chance for gayness. I'll take it.
Yeah, want to read.
For a second, I thought the Queen's Assassin was gay for a minute because like it's the name like sounded masculine, but no, it was a girl. I was like,
Oh.
Bummer.
it could have been really great.
Could have been gay.
And now it's
I lost it.
Instead, it was like, oh, let's have a weird tawdry romance behind my husband's back, and I was like,
Oh.
okay.
Just finished filming my unhaul video. Nice. I think my plan is to do quarterly unhaul videos. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. My unread owned books, 431. Your partner also reads a lot, though. So that's, split between 2 people. 390 unread books. It's so it's only 804 pages. Really? It looks so much bigger. That's good. What I would recommend doing, especially if you read Kindle books, is get it on Kindle because then you don't know how much is left.
True.
Like turn off the percentage or the 24 hours to finish this book thing and just read it that way. That's how I trick my brain.
Loki's ring.
If there's queer content, I'm there. A mood. This is hoping to read at least 100 of them this year. That's good. Are you buying more of them as you are reading them? I'm going to try to go on a book buying ban in January and February, but I don't know that that's going to happen.
I know myself. There's no point.
Well, so I'm not gonna do like a ban, but it's gonna be like a kind of a balance the shelves kind of thing where like I can't bring in more than I'm reading. Kind of thing.
I'm going to stop. Me personally, I'm gonna stop requesting so many arcs or like accepting them and just being like, no, please give them to other people. I want to actually read stuff this year.
Right.
I think that's fair because arcs get away from you easily. Like,
especially digital ones.
I have
Yes.
16 on my
they don't
NetGalley
exist.
right now.
Yeah.
mhm. I completely agree.
A reading goal is rereading books I read in 2012 and I enjoyed. That's a long time ago. I couldn't tell you what I was reading in 2012. I will never admit how many I have. Fair. I felt better after I watched Becca's like unread or what is it called? Owned TBR, and she had like almost 500 or over 500, and so I was like, okay, I can put this one out. I don't have that many. I'm like, that would overwhelm me.
I don't think that I could ever. I don't think that I could get to 500. And I know Calvin would probably be like, "Honey, like this is a problem." I'd be like, "I know it's a problem."
this is a problem. See, my problem, which is not a problem, is that my husband is an enabler. He's like, well, don't you want to have a library one day?
Derek is much more pro book buying than Alex.
Yes. Yes, he is. Just put a hold on Libby. Very good. My books are double stacked on the shelves. I haven't gotten to that point yet. But not, not for lack of trying. Of course, I'm buying more. Just gonna try to buy less this year. Very nice. I'm gonna try to track how much I'm spending on books, and that will make me not buy as many books.
Fair.
Because when I see that number, then it's a little scary.
I'm trying to save up for new appliances. So anytime I think to myself, I should buy a book, I'll take that money and then put it in my little piggy bank.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Or like just request it from the library. You still get it. And then somebody else can read it too.
The problem is I bought way too many books at the Barnes & Noble sale. And I was like, but it's okay because I have a gift card. And that
It's fine. If you have a gift card, that's like a free pass.
right? I was like, it's the Christmas gift card. It's that's what it was meant to be for. But I think I bought like 9 books at that the 50% off sale.
Nice.
Floor shopping bags. Yep, we have my cart here. Actually, I just got everything off of the cart except for these are all HarperCollins titles, so I didn't haul them.
Gotcha.
I'm like I have a stack of books that I need to review for When the Strike Ends, and then this is the stack I need to haul.
I have an entire box of HarperCollins middle grades, and I'm like, the inner dread that comes with that.
Right. Considering between me, my hubby, and kids, we own over 1,000 books. I think that's actually officially a library.
That is a library.
I think 1,000 books is considered a library.
Look at you go.
It's a healthy chunk that's unread. There you go. Attempting to reduce my TBR to 100. I'm trying to get it to below 200 by the end of the year. Which I think is
If it's a library, then can you organize it via the Dewey Decimal System?
I mean, you could.
Maybe I'll do that someday.
Yeah. Katie Taskic had the same amount of unread books. It's a lot, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like I'm not overwhelmed by the fact that I have that many unread books. Because they're not books that like most of them are not like review books. So it's not like what am I trying to say? Someone's not waiting for a review. I think this was in regards to how much I'm spending on books, and it's gonna scare me. And you never know; it might last 2 minutes or 2 months, and then we're done. About to order 18 books on the second day of the year. This is a mood.
I think I'm more so bothered by the fact that, like, if a friend gave it to me and I'm like, I need to read this, or I'm letting them down, even though they, like, don't care.
Right. That's fair. Pango doesn't count because if you sell on Pango, then you get the money in your Pango account, and that's just like trading books.
Yes.
Pango doesn't count as long as you're not using your money.
I love how we're just looking for the loopholes.
Exactly. 2023, the year of loopholes.
I love it.
If the library got all the fantasy books I wanted to read, then I would buy way less books. Same, except for queer books, because Utah just not believe in queer books. And you can't request them. They ignore my request all the time.
Oh,
It's annoying.
That's dumb.
Annoying. Especially adding how much. See, I actually earned, I think, because they finally put in like lifetime earnings, and I started selling on Pango in April, I think. And I made almost $900 on Pango. I know, I didn't think I did, but so at least there was that.
Holy fuck, that's a lot.
I know, right?
damn.
Okay.
It works. Dewey only works for nonfiction.
Oh. Okay, well that makes
That
sense.
makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like it works in fiction, but like in the term of like all fiction is the same number. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's no point.
Right. Like technically it is all done that way.
I could organize my nonfiction books, but they're all pretty much on similar topics anyways.
Right. My phone will scan books, which is nice. I mean, like Goodreads does like a scanning thing. And I am not organized enough to have an Excel spreadsheet with all of my books. I'd love to do that one day, but I am too neurospicy.
I
This is
do.
my new favorite word, by the way.
I do only because I was patient enough to like go through the whole thing.
I have a blank template that was part of the spreadsheet that I got for this year, and I will eventually fill it out. But there you go. We're both junior librarians. There you go.
Cool.
Old habits die hard. Listen, there's nothing wrong with it. If I buy it used, I don't count it at all. There you go. And yes, Utah is not helpful.
It's prettier than Nevada though.
Right now it is, for sure.
Always.
The mountains. We got, what, in the valley, 4 inches of snow in the last 24 hours.
We had that insane blizzard over Christmas and it's all melted now.
Well, yeah, we did too. We had that really like weird blizzard the week. Was it the week before Christmas? It was the week.
We
I
had
had
a
my
right
polar
on
vortex.
Christmas.
It was the week I had my surgery because I was like, oh well, I wouldn't have gone to work anyways.
I think it hit you sooner than us.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then it
ours
all
hit-
melted, and then all came back on Sunday.
I think
Ours
on
hit the
12th.
23rd was the day that it was really dangerous.
Yeah.
Calvin was supposed to go to a Christmas party in Spencer, Iowa on the 16th, but they could have gone technically, but like everyone was just starting to be able to get out and stuff, and one of the guys that was was gonna go was like, oh well, like I don't know how to drive and blah blah blah, and I was like, you guys aren't going.
Right. Did you just blow on her asshole?
Yeah, just the ankles and popped again.
She just picked up the cat and just blew on her butthole.
There's a lot of hair there. I can't see.
Emma, you're weird.
Do you want to try?
No.
Yeah, no, Pango is
No hair.
Pango is fantastic, and I feel bad
Give
for the
Coco
Canadians
some
that don't have it.
dignity.
No.
Amazingly, we still haven't had any snow.
Wow.
That's impressive. We had so much snow, but it's good because like otherwise we'll be in a drought this summer, and they'll be like, you can only take 10 minutes showers.
I don't even think I hardly ever last 10 minutes in the shower. I get bored too quickly. I'm like, there's nothing to read in here. There's nothing to watch. There's nothing to do.
Really?
Yep. I'll watch, like, I'll do my watch. I usually limit myself to the length of 3 songs, but I'm usually out by 2.
Oh my god, I do that too.
Oh, I take ridiculously long showers. But I will usually like play a YouTube video.
Oh, but I can't hear them over the sound of the shower.
That's fair.
And then it's too much.
Put it in a bowl.
A bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant and bring it into the shower. I was like,
No!
God, it would fill up
No,
with
if you
water.
put it in like a Tupperware or like a mug or something, then it'll
echo.
amplify the sound. Or you could get one of those like Bluetooth like waterproof speakers.
I could, yeah. But you know what? I don't feel the need to take longer showers. I'm good.
Then you could like also do audiobooks and just like double your productivity time.
Then I will drown in the shower because I'll be like, oh wow, I could stay in here all day.
You're like, why is my water bill so high?
I think
1
you
hour
get your,
showers. Guys.
I think you get your better moments of clarity in the bath in the shower.
It is
Like
true.
sometimes I listen
I
with
do.
no music and then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I just thought of like 3 things that I could do.
No, I'm definitely I do sing in the shower to my music. My moments of clarity happen in the shower and in the car. So, you know, I like
Yeah.
driving to I get it.
I don't have my full license yet, so I don't get to do that.
What I know how that works in
Yeah.
Ontario. So when you say full license, what does that mean in
I only have my permit.
Oh, okay. So like you could drive with somebody else in the car that has a license?
In between the hours of 6 and 10.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't like drive in the like pitch black dark or whatever.
So we have that, but like we have 3 stages of license, and in the middle stage you can drive. You just can't have minors in your car after dark to avoid like I guess teenagers partying with each other.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or it's like if you're gonna drunk drive, at least do it by yourself, you know? Come
Because
on.
the curfew is like 10 p.m. for like teenagers and children and whatnot.
Curfew.
Yeah.
You guys have curfews?
For the children and like teens.
I think they live in a police state. They have curfews.
On that note,
You
Like there's a
no one else
government
has
mandated
curfews?
curfew in South Dakota.
Is the licenses or the?
No, just for children. Children can't be out. I mean, I don't think they should go outside at all. But they're not allowed out after 10 p.m.
no, you just like you just couldn't drive.
A kid can't stay out past 10 p.m.
No,
Like,
but
you're
they
not
can. They
supposed
just
to,
can't
like-
drive.
No, it's a license thing. Like the same way if you have a G1 license, you can't drive past a certain time.
No, with other people in the car. You can't drive. You couldn't drive my other underage friends.
When
I
I
looked it up because one time we had Ian lay down in the back seat and go into deep stealth mode,
That's G2.
like Agent Maria Hill.
G1 drivers can't drive past certain times.
when I was getting my permit, or at least in Texas, it was you couldn't drive after 10 unless you were driving home from work.
Okay, but ours was 2 a.m. also.
Yeah.
Ours is way later than 10 p.m.
Which is funny because it's probably like driving in Canada is probably scarier, especially in the winter. Well, like in the winter because there's snow.
I don't know because it depends on the part. Like it depends on where you are. I'd say.
Right, but if the rule is the entire province,
that's
like,
true.
you
Because I'm
don't-
gonna say there's nothing challenging or scary about driving through fucking Nebraska. But then
Josh is-
driving in Louisiana was like busy.
Yeah.
Driving the French I don't want to
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
I
again.
don't like
It's boring. It's boring driving in South Dakota too, unless of course you're driving over by like the Black Hills, Rapid City area.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you're going from like Aberdeen to Sioux Falls, it is a doozy of a drive.
I drove down like Park City area in the middle of the night when driving Wilder to California, and those mountains are not well lit enough. In the middle
No,
of the night.
God, no.
I was like,
No.
"Ah!"
Wyoming is
You're just
terrible.
driving
And like
in the dark.
Wyoming is bad because you're driving west and it's like directly into the sun.
And
You're doing that
we were
in the
towing a
evening.
trailer too, so I'm driving down mountains in the middle of the night in a Dodge Caravan, towing a 16-foot trailer. I was like, I'm so glad Wilder's asleep right now because if we die, she doesn't have to know. Like,
On that note, let's read
what's
again.
about to happen.
Let's read again.
All right.
I think I'm gonna read this time, but I actually might make some dinner.
Oh my God, Bryce, I love your state. I just don't want to drive in downtown New Orleans ever again. I'm gonna walk next time.
Yes, that is
I
what
love
Uber.
it though.
That's what
I would go
Uber
back
is
to New
for.
Orleans. Emma and I are big New Orleans fans.
All right, 45 minutes, good for you guys.
Yep.
All right, see you in 45. Hello. Welcome back.
Hi.
StreamYard kicked me out. It's fine.
I only panicked for 30 seconds before deciding to deal with the chaos.
Yeah, I went and started making dinner, and I was like, oh, I should probably walk back in and check because I don't think I have any mods in the chat, and I wanted to make sure that there weren't any bots because my mods are on tonight. And then I come in and I'm like, there's nothing there. What is going on? It just completely was like, nah, you're done.
Yeah, I looked up and I was like, oh, okay.
The timer was still going. It just, you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But how'd we do?
2 chapters of each book.
Ate food and put 70% of my journal stuff from the 2 books that I read. And then now I'm trying to pick out which Avenger it belongs to.
Nice. I made some curry and read 26 pages.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I don't hate this book, but there was a talking bear on page 4. And a cougar.
What? Okay.
I don't know, the writing just feels very, very debut.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's not a YA book. I don't know, so we'll see. We will see. How did we do? How did we do in the chat? Only on page 8, liking this book. That's when you know it's a good book. On page 8, you're like, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Tackled another 60 pages, got a rotten kitten off the top of a bookcase before she could start throwing things. Sounds like it's chaos at your house.
That's why I like this cat. She never does the bad thing other cats do. I had to punish my sister's cat this week.
Oh no.
He freaking just went after, we're dog sitting Belle, and he freaking went after Belle for no reason. And he yanked him up by his neck, and he just was stiff.
I mean,
he's stiff, and he's and I was like,
eventually the cat will fuck around and find out.
Not with Belle, though.
Really?
He fucked around with Cassie and found out. Cassie was like, oh no, and Briar's terrified of him now.
Oh no.
I was like, okay, if you're gonna fuck around with sweet innocent Belle, you will find out from me.
I will find out.
Yeah.
Read another 10%, put away all the books from filming today. That I had to do this morning. I was originally thinking I was going to work from home today. I was able to go into the office, but I did not. I filmed a book haul and a bunch of other stuff yesterday and then had to go to dinner. So I didn't clean anything. So I walked into the office this morning and I was like, oh boy. It's a mess.
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, ugh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shitty time to arrive at work.
Well, so Josh and Elena left this morning. And so obviously we had to give them the dogs. And they left, I think they got here 6:15.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because so the roads in Wyoming are closed right now. So if
Right.
they had to go down through Colorado and back up to get back to Nebraska.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The hardest route.
Yeah. But the kids have school, I think, on Wednesday. So they had to get back.
Yeah. Sorry, we're stranded in Utah.
Right. Well, and the funny thing is, literally the whole week they've been here, it's been relatively nice weather.
Yeah.
Until Sunday.
Until the time they needed to leave. Yeah.
Right.
Aw.
So, but it's so funny because the we kept saying the difference between 5 and 7 dogs was not that much. That's not that different.
Yeah.
They were always oh, it must be crazy over there, and we're it's not really that much. However, everyone is very calm tonight.
Yeah, the dogs are out of my space.
I have Doyle, Schmidt, and Sherlock all just passed out in here.
Aw, the boys.
The boys, except for Watson.
I also had a 7-dog home for when I was with my mom. She has 3 dogs, so there's my 4 and then her 3, and
your 4?
Yeah, I have Briar and
Oh, you
Cassie,
have Bella right
obviously,
now.
Belle, and then Portobello.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it was just a few.
Fortunately, like at least yours are all well trained.
They are, yeah, they are well trained, so that's easy. But the hard thing is that like my dogs are young and full of life, and my mom dogs are old and like pretty calm, except that like if they get excited, it'll set the other dogs off. So like maybe Cassie and Briar are like playing and go like woof, right? Now my mom's dogs are barking for like 10 minutes straight because
Oh,
another dog
no.
barked one time. So she's like, oh, thank you. So it's just yeah, it's so loud.
No, Shotzi was like full on overstimulated this week and like got into our bedroom, which we don't normally let them in there because it's not super dog proofed, and would not come out from under the bed.
Shotzi?
Shotzi.
Did the bed lift into the air?
Oh no, she army crawls underneath.
Oh my god.
Like that's where she sleeps normally. It's really funny. But like in the middle of the day, she was hiding under there, and I was like, "You're just a little overstimulated."
So I just need to calm down.
She's one of those rescues that we took in a couple months ago, so she's definitely testing the theory. She knows the squirt bottle doesn't get aimed at bookcase.
That's funny.
It's too smart for her own good. That's hilarious, actually.
That's funny. That's why I go for the good old scruffing. Just yank. Enough of that.
Yep. That's why I just have big dogs that are potatoes.
Can't scruff that dog.
You could try.
You like
Big
Captain America could
so
scruff
fun,
that
though.
dog.
He would just think you were petting him.
I like this. Do it again.
Like that's where he gets the scratches. Schmidt, on the other hand, you could.
Yeah.
He would freak out though.
That would that you probably wouldn't handle that very well.
No. Okay. I'm thinking we'll do one more sprint. Do we want to do a 45 or do we want to do a 30?
I'd be down for 30. I'm getting pretty tired, so I might even dip out for the last sprint.
Okay.
I'm like feeling I was reading the book and I was like,
it's fair. That is fair. Well, let's do a 30-minute sprint.
all right. I'll
Only
see
because
how
I've got to get like some progress into this book.
sounds good. If I disappear, it's because I got too tired to continue.
That's cool. You're on the East Coast. All right, I'll see you in 30 minutes, maybe. Hello. I forgot to unmute myself.
Hi, I didn't even realize that Cal left.
Yeah, like maybe 10 minutes ago. Well, how did you do?
Doing good, just planning out my content for the year.
That's exciting.
It
That's
is.
exciting. I read like another chapter and a half, but then I was watching the football. Well, it was a game, and there was like a really bad injury, and they canceled the game. So I was just like, watching that. Yeah, he got hit in the chest and then passed out, and like they had CPR. They did CPR on him, and like it's scary.
That is scary. Who's playing?
Buffalo and Cincinnati.
Wow,
Is a Buffalo player.
that is scary.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I was distracted, like trying to watch the.
Watching in horror.
Yeah. Oh, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, not to make this, talk about football, but I was just like, that took up my whole 30 minutes. Just made it a couple pages of shy of halfway through. That's amazing because you actually just started that tonight. So fantastic.
I was also watching Pretty in Pink.
Ooh, fun. Hits 25% mark, got wrapped up in the sports stuff too. It was so scary. The hit didn't look bad. Like it was just like, it looked like a normal hit. And he stood up and then just fell. Like straight on his back. It was scary.
Terrifying.
Yeah. And like apparently his mom was in the stands, like watching that game. Like, can you imagine?
I would be beyond, like, beside myself.
Like it's fortunate that they knew where in the stands she was sitting because like they were able to get her and like she went in the ambulance with him, but like couldn't even imagine.
I'd be absolutely terrified. That is crazy. I hope that he turns out, okay.
I do too. Like there was something I was reading that like I guess there's a hockey like it happens sometimes in hockey where if like they hit the wrong way, it can actually like stop their heart for a second, and maybe that's what it was. We just got hit wrong. But anyways, that is it for tonight. I know there was like a couple of people that joined us as we were drinking the last time, but that's all we got tonight. It's it's not too late for me, but I have to edit a video. My worst books of the year is coming out tomorrow.
Oh. See, I didn't do one of those because it's like that's a lot of work, and there weren't. It's hard for me because it's like I'm way too nice to books. And so I'm like, well, I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. Like I hated Chef's Kiss, and I rated that a 5-star or like a 4-star.
I don't understand your rating system.
So this year is the year where I'm like, no, it was bad. Okay.
I should send you the rating system that I'm using this year. It's like a rubric, and like it specifically like asks questions about certain things. And it's like, if the answer is yes, then like it's a 5. If the answer is no, it's a 2. It's kind of nice. But it's like I'm hopefully going to be a little more objective. But I actually found it easier to pick my worst books of the year than my best books of the year. I had a lot of bad books this year.
I always put like my best books are usually like 4-star reads. I don't know why. Just because like there's something that I remembered about it.
Right. Yeah. Like just there's a couple of 4.5-star reads on my best books just because like even though like they weren't perfect in a technical sense, I still like loved them for what they were.
Yeah, or there was like an element of something where you're like, yeah. That was good.
So anyway, do you have anything you want to promote?
My Vlogmas videos.
You have a bunch of Vlogmas videos.
And awesome. There's like 13 of them, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching, guys, and we will see you next time. I don't know when because I don't schedule these things.
Bye.